So Catholic High Prelim Examination 2022, Paper 2. So question 1 was the question that a lot of people got wrong. So I'm going to explain this question. Make it bigger. So, okay. So Charlie needs 100 pieces of string. So I'm going to use my pen. So these are the string that he needs, right? Each of these string has a length of, say, 80 centimeter. I'm going to remove my name from the annotation. Okay, 80 centimeter. And he needs 100 pieces of these strings. Now the string is sold in rolls of 500 centimeter each. So one roll, there's 500 centimeter. What is the least number of rolls? So in reality, right, you will cut the 80 centimeter strings from one row first. And then what is left over, you have to discard it. So if your method is 500 cm, if your method is 100 pieces multiplied by 80 cm, you get 8,000. Then you divide by 500 cm per row, and you get this answer. That answer will be wrong. Okay. If you do this, what you are saying is that these rows of strings are actually connected. So whatever is left over can be used to patch up with the leftover of another row to make an 80 centimeter string. So this is, if I use this method, that's what you're trying to say. But in reality, whatever is left over in the row cannot be used, right? So now I'm going to take one row of string, which is 500 centimeter, and I'll use that row to find out how many 80 centimeter strings I can make out from this 500 centimeter row. So what you do is use 500 centimeter, which is one row, divided by 80 centimeter, which is the length of one string. You will get 6, remainder 20 cm. This 20 cm has to be discarded. Okay? You can't use it anymore. You can't stick it to another 20 cm and another 20 cm, 4 of the 20 cm to make one string of 80 cm. You can't do that. So one row can only give you 6 pieces of 80 centimeter string. Okay, so you need 100 pieces. So 100 pieces divided by 6, you will get 16 rows and remainder 4 pieces. You need 100 strings, and every row gives you 6 strings. When you divide, you get 16. This 16 represent the number of rows. This represents the leftover strings. That doesn't make up to one row. So what do? You need to have one more row to take into consideration of these 4 strings. So altogether, you need 17 rows. Any question? Any question? Okay, if not, I'll go on to the next question. The table shows the number of sit-ups Ramesh did last week. Monday to Friday, this is per day, per day. So Monday to Friday, there are 5 days. Question is the total number of sit-ups Ramesh did last week. So last week is from Monday to Sunday. So Monday to Friday, you have 5 days and 3p per day. So Monday to Friday, altogether, Ramesh did 5 days multiplied by 3p per day. Ramesh did 15p sit-ups. So that is Monday to Friday plus Saturday plus Sunday. 4p minus 8. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group my p's together, 15p plus 4p plus 60 minus 8. Okay, so this will give me 19p. This will give me 52, and that's it. 19p plus 52. That's the answer. Okay, now let's continue. Any question? Okay, let's continue with question number 3. So the nets drawn for the solids below are incomplete and missing 2 faces. For each net, shade 2 faces so that the net can be folded to form the respective solids. So for part A, there are 3 possible answers. Okay, let me show you. The first answer is you can shade this and this. That's the first answer. Why not I do this? This is the first possible answer. The second possible answer is this. The third possible answer is this. Okay, you want to copy down? Okay, the next one. Shade 2 faces. This is already so what you do is you shade this and this. Okay. So this is for part B, 3B. Any question?
Teacher, I put like the one at the top and like the one at the bottom, and I got it correct.
Question A, is it? Or 3B?
Yeah, the cube one.
Yeah, the cube got 3 possible answers.
Yeah, but I put the one at the top, like the number 3 one at the top and the number 1 at the bottom.
No, 3.
Yeah, because I also put that.
Let me see. I see, does it work? Yeah, also work. That will also work. 3. Let me imagine a little bit. Yeah, that also worked. That also worked. That'll be the 4th solution. Also, there's 4th solution. So I know what I'm talking about. It is this, right? So let me clear this. So you're talking about this, right? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Imagine. Yeah, this one also work. Also, there's 4 solutions. So a possibility. Okay. Next one. Question number 4. A roll of ribbon can be cut equally into 9 short ribbons and 5 long ribbons, or 5 long ribbons, or. So what this means is that 9 short has the same length as 5 long. Okay. A short ribbon is 24 centimeters shorter than a long ribbon. So a long ribbon is the same as 1 short ribbon plus 24. What is the length of a short ribbon? Okay, this is more like simultaneous equation. So let's let's link these 2 statements together. So the first statement is 9 short equal to 5 long. Over here, you have one long equal to one short plus 24. So what I will do is, the easiest way to do is to match the long the same. So I make this 5 long, simply multiply by 5. Multiply by 5, I get 5 short plus 24 multiplied by 5 is 120. Now you can see that this is the same as this, right? So I can replace a 5 long with 9 short. 5 short plus 120. So this will be equal to 9 minus this 4 short, right? So 120 is equivalent to 4 short. 4 short is equal to 120. 1 short is equal to 120 divided by 4, 30. And that's the answer. The length of a short ribbon. Question 4. Question 5 is also pretty easy. I'm going to faster for question 5. Ben and Kai cycled in 3 races in the tournament. Their cycling times for the races are shown in the table below. Ben calculated their average cycle time for the 3 races. Both calculated their average cycling time for the 3 races. Who had a faster average cycling time? So let's calculate the average for Ben. So to find the average for Ben, you find total for Ben first. Total for Ben is 23 plus 22 plus 24. Total 69. Average for Ben will be 69 divided by 3. 23. Let's find the average for Kai. To find the average for Kai, I find total for Kai. 21 plus 29 plus 16. You get 66. Average for Kai will be 66 divided by 3. 22. So who is faster? Okay, the one with the smaller figure is faster. Don't write Ben. Although some people who with careless mistake, they see 23 being larger number, they think it's faster. It's a smaller number that's faster. Okay, so Kai is the answer for the faster kid. Average cycling time will be 22. Okay. Anybody make a mistake by putting Ben instead of Kai? All right. Question number 6.
Am I supposed to have my paper?
Sorry, what's your question?
Am I supposed to have my paper?
Find the difference.
No, am I supposed to have the paper?
This paper,
Yeah.
it's not given to you yet, not written to you yet. Maybe it's
Oh.
still with the teacher. You will have the paper.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the paper.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. Is okay. A group of children was asked to choose one sandwich from tuna, sardine, egg, and cheese. The pie chart represents the children's choices. Okay, so you have cheese, tuna. Take note of the 90 degrees for tuna. Take note of this. Okay. Take note, 90 degrees, which means it's 1/4. 90 degrees tells me that it's 1/4. The children choices are also represented by the bar graph below, but the number of children is not shown on the scale. The bar that shows the number of children who chose cheese is also not drawn. Okay, how many children choose cheese? Now, so what I will do is I need to mark out Let me mark out with a yellow. So there's no value here on the y-axis. So I just count the interval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I call it 10U, okay? I call it 10U. So it's 10U. This is 11, 12, 13, 14, 14U. This is 4U, okay? So tuna, we know it's 90 degrees, right? So 90 degrees is 1/4. Okay. This is actually this is actually A and this is B. Okay, let's do A first because we need this 56. The number of children who chose sardine was 56. Meaning 14U is 56, right? 14U is equal to 56. 1U will be equal to 56 divided by 14, and you get 4. How many children chose egg, which is 4U? So 4U is equal to 4 times 4, 16. This is answer this 16, part A. Part B, how many children chose cheese? Now, we know that 1/4 is 10U, right? 1/4 is 10U. So the entire pie is 4/4. So it's 10U multiplied by 4. It's 40 units. So cheese will be 40 units, which is that everything here, minus away the tuna, which is 10 units, minus away the sardine, which is 14 units, minus away the egg, which is 4 units. You're left with 12 units. So 12 units is cheese. So let's draw 12 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it stops here. Mark it. How many children chose eggs? Now we calculated earlier 1 unit is 4, right? Eggs is 4 units. Oh no, how many children chose eggs? No, so how many children chose cheese? Sorry, cheese, not eggs. Cheese is 12 units. So 12 multiplied by 4 over this, over here, you get 48. So this answer for part B. Any question? Okay, if not. Okay. So let's look at question number 7. Lucas, look at your message. I just sent you a message.
Okay.
Release. In the figure ABCD is a rhombus. So let's mark out the rhombus, right? Rhombus, 4 sides are equal, so I mark it with this. And AEB is an equilateral triangle. AEB, 3 sides are equal, so I mark it the same as well. And then this will be 60, this will be 60, this will be 60. Okay, these are equilateral triangle. Okay, FBD and EFC are straight line. Angle BDA is 79. Angle FCB is 19. Okay, so this will be 79 also. Take note, because they are isosceles triangle. This will also be 79. Because of rhombus. In the rhombus, the diagonal cuts the angle equally into two equal parts. Okay. What else? Now, can we find angle? Find this angle. Okay, let's find this angle. This angle, let's find this angle. I'm talking about this angle. Angle BCD. Angle BCD equal angle in a triangle is 180 degrees. I take away 79, take away another 79. I'll get 22 degrees. So this is 22 degrees. Now I can find angle DFC, this angle, DFC, okay? Angle DFC is equal to angle in a triangle again, 180 degrees. Let me show you a triangle. This triangle. -180 minus 79 minus away 19 minus away 22 degrees. You get 60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees also. Now, what's the question is angle. They want this angle. Angle on a straight line, They wanted this angle. EFD. EFD, which is this angle. Okay. So angle on straight line, angle EFD is equal to 180 degrees minus 60 degrees. 120 degrees. So this 120. That's the answer. Okay. Question number 8. Okay, move this away. At a bread shop, a customer could buy one additional bun at half its usual price for every 3 buns bought. Petra paid $16.80 for 12 buns. What was the usual price of 1 bun? So this is one group. It consists of 3 buns, and the 4 buns will be at half price. So this is one group. Right? So if the original price of a bun is, say, 2 units, original price of bun is 2 units. Then the 4th bun will be half of it, 1 unit. Make sense? So if you draw a model, it looks like that. The 1st bun, the 2nd bun, the 3rd bun. That's the price of the first 3 buns. And the fourth bun is 1 unit. So in one group, the value of one group is made up of 7 units. Okay, mathematically, you can write it this way. One group consists of 3 buns at original price of 2 units, plus 1 bun at a discounted price, 1 bun at a discounted price of half the 2 units, which is 1 unit. So altogether, 6 units plus 1 unit, 7 units. Okay. So Petra paid 12 buns. How many groups are there in 12 buns? Every group there is 4 buns, right? So 12 buns consists of 3 groups. Or 12 divided by 4. So how much is 3 groups in terms of units? It will be 3 multiplied by 7 units. Or here, okay? 21 units. So this is 21 units is the price or the value of 3 groups. And we know in dollar terms, the value of 3 groups is $16.80. So therefore, 21 units is equal to $16.80. 1 unit is equal to $16.80 divided by 21. 0.80 cents. What's the question? What is the usual price of 1 bun, which is 2 units? Usual price of 1 bun is 2 units. So 2 multiplied by $1.60. Any question? Let's go on to question number 9. Okay. So let's look at now. Let's name it. Okay, let's name it. So let's name this as B. And okay, what you do is you focus on this one. Focus on one triangle. This is the same as this triangle. Okay, agree? Okay. So if I call this B, then and I call this A, this will be A plus B. Agree? Then this will also be A plus B because it's half. This will be A. Okay? Any question? Okay. So now let's look at the value here. A rectangular paper OPQS area is 432 square centimeter. Meaning, we are talking about this rectangle, meaning 2A and 2B is equal to 432. Now, 312 is the area of this figure. Meaning 2A and a B gives you 312. So if I compare these two statements, I subtract by comparing. On the left side, I get B. On the right side is 432 minus 312. I get 120. So the area of B is 120 square centimeter. Okay. Now I'm going to use this statement to find what is 2A. So 2A is equal to 312 minus B, which is 120. Okay. 312 minus B, which is B is 120. So 2A is equal to 192. 1A is equal to 192 divided by 2. Okay, 96. So this is 96. This is 96. Okay. Now, let me clear up some pictures. Let's focus on let's focus on let's focus on this triangle, okay? This triangle has an area of 96, a height of 16. The base is what you're looking for. The base is what you're looking, PQ. This is what you're looking for, PQ. Okay? That's what the question asks. So half times base, PQ, times height, which is 16, will give you the area of 96. So PQ will be equal to 96 divided by 16 times 2. And you will get 12. If you are not sure how to do this, you can simply do PQ is equal to 96 divided by 16 divided by half. Use your calculator to help you. You also get 12. Okay? So answer is 12 cm. Okay, question number 10. Quite a lot of people wrong for 10B. Let's go to question 10. In the figure below, BEF is a triangle, BCDE is a trapezium, BCDE is a trapezium. Trapezium meaning this is parallel to this. Okay. Find angle BCE. So what you do is we know that the interior angle of inside parallel lines add up to 180 degrees. These two angles add up to 180 degrees. Meaning this angle plus this angle should add up to 180 degrees. So I can find angle BCE, which is this one, will be equal to 180 degrees minus 21 minus 118. I will get 41 degrees. Now, let's look at part B. BCEF is a parallelogram. BCEF, let me highlight it for you. BCEF is a parallelogram. For a four-sided figure to be parallelogram, they must have two sets of parallel lines. This one we know is parallel, right? But we are not sure whether is this parallel or not, right? It's the question mark. It could be parallel, it could not, it may not be parallel. So it's not possible to tell. If it's parallel, it will be a parallelogram. If it's not parallel, then it's not a parallelogram. So the first part is not possible to tell. Now let's look at the second part. BE is perpendicular to EC. BE is perpendicular to EC. EC. We can test it out. Okay. That's a claim. This is it 90 degrees? We know that this is 41 degrees, right? If 180 degrees minus 41 minus 50, what do you get? You get 89. 89 is not 90 degrees. So answer is false. All right. So So for some statements, you can actually calculate to determine whether it is false, true, or true. So calculate it. Don't just look at it and then everything also say not possible to tell. When it's not possible to tell, test it now. Whether is it true or is it false. If two scenarios could happen, then it's not possible to tell. You know what I mean? Not when the statement can be true and it can also when it can prove that it can be true, it can also prove that it can be false, then it is not possible to tell. Only such a scenario or condition, then you can tick not possible to tell. Not everything you're not sure is not possible to tell. Huh? Let's continue with next question. Question 11. At first, a tank was filled with some water. Tap A was turned on. So there's already water in the tank. That's why at time zero, there's water here. 10 liters of water. Okay. Tap A was turned on for more water to flow into the tank. So there's a tap A. And tap B was turned on for water to flow out. So there's tap B. And both taps were turned off at the same time when the tank was completely filled. So when the tank was completely filled, it turned it off. The graph below shows the amount of water in the tank after 18 minutes. So this is 18 minutes. The graph below shows the amount of water in the tank over the 18 minutes. Okay. So now let's do this question. So this is how much? This is 50, this is 55, right? Mark it, huh? This is 25. Mark it. Any more things to mark? That's all. So take note, I always do marking on the graphs, right? Like the earlier bar chart, I also mark it up before I attempt the question. So make it a habit. What fraction of the tank was filled with water at first before tap A was turned on? So at first, the tank has 10 liters of water. Fraction of the tank means the capacity of tank, which is 55. Right? That's where it cannot go further up. It cannot go more. It stops here. Means that is the capacity. Okay. And also the question says that it stops when it's completely filled. So this is also, that's the point where it's completely filled, which is the capacity of the tank. So simplify, you get 2 out of 11. So answer for A is 2 out of 11. Part B, how many liters of water flowed into the tank per minute before tap B was turned on? So we are talking about this area, this part only. This part only, okay? So during this part, the time is 4 minutes, right? From 0 to 4. So the water has been flowing from tap A into the tank for 4 minutes. Okay. So how much water goes in the tank for 4 minutes? It goes from 10 liters to 25 liters. So during the 4 minutes, 15 liters have flowed into the tank, and it's all from tap A. So the rate of tap A will be volume of water divided by time. And you get 3.75. So answer for part B is 3.75 liters per minute. Okay. Now part B, from the 4th minute to the 14th minute. So from here to here, how many minutes have passed? 14 minus 4, 10 minutes has passed. Okay. How much water flow out of the tank? Okay. From the 4th to the 14 minutes. During this time, tap A is still turned on. In that 10 minutes, how much water flow into the tank from tap A? We calculated earlier that every minute, tap A flows in 3.75. For 10 minutes, tap A would have flowed in 3.75 liters multiplied by 10, 37.5 liters of water goes into a tank from tap A. But from 55 to 25, to 25 to 55, from 25 to 55, there's a change of 30 liters, which is less than 37.5. Why? Because 37.5, there's a missing, how much? 7.5 liters. That 7.5 liters must be a result of tap B draining out the water over that 10 minutes. All right? If there's no tap B, there will be additional 37.5 liters of water. But because there's a tap B draining out the water level only rises from 25 to 55, which is 30 liters. So there's 7.5 liters missing. And the 7.5 liters is the amount of water flow out of the tank. So answer is 7.5 liters. Any question? Okay, let's continue with question number 12. Speed question. Bobby and Fanny started jogging from a park to their houses at the same time. So you notice the park is somewhere in the middle of their Bobby's and Fanny's house. So they must be running in opposite direction, away from each other. So it was also, a mall was exactly halfway between their houses. So this is exactly halfway, meaning this distance and this distance equal, okay? Bobby jogged at 120 meters per minute, while Fanny jogged 40 meters per minute faster than Bobby. So Fanny is faster. Both did not change their speed throughout and reached their houses at the same time. This is key, they reached at the same time. So the time taken for them to travel is the same. So now we know Bobby starts from here to here. Fanny starts from here to here. Obviously, Fanny traveled a longer distance, but longer by how much? Okay, is compare Fanny travel 280 plus 280 more, which is 560 meters more than Bobby in the same time period. Understand? For the same time period, Fanny jogged 560 meters more than Bobby because Fanny starts here. Bobby starts here. And the more is in the middle. So we compare this, you will see that Fanny actually traveled this extra distance. Okay, this is extra distance compared to Bobby. So 560 meters more. Now, from this statement, Bobby jogged Okay, so Fanny jogged 40 meters per minute faster than Bobby. Okay, let me clear up this one. Let me write again, clearer to you. This is important. Fanny jogged 40 meters per minute faster than Bobby. This is important. So every minute, Fanny jogged 40 meters more. And we know from this statement, Fanny jogged 560 meters more altogether in the same time period. And how long does it take? 560 divided by 14. We get 14. So what this means is that it took Fanny 14 minutes to travel 560 meters more than Bobby, which is also the time taken for them to reach their respective house. So for Bobby to travel home, it will take him 14 minutes. For Fanny to travel home, it will take her 40 minutes. But during that period, Fanny jogged 560 meters more. What's the question? How far was Bobby's house from the park? So this is a question mark. Okay, this is a question mark. Distance is equal to speed times time. We know Bobby's speed, which is 120. We know the time taken for Bobby is 14 minutes. So altogether, 120 times 14, 1680. So answer is 1680 meter. Any question? Any question? Okay, not. Let's continue with question number 13. A fruit seller bought some plums. He threw away 152 plums that were damaged. After selling 1/5 of the remaining plums, he was left with 4/7 of the plums bought. So let's draw a model representing all the plums. Let's draw a model. This is all the plums. All right. And he threw away 152. So shade away 152. The remaining can be divided into 5 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1/5 of the remaining sold. So this is 1/5 sold. This is left. Okay, so far okay. And what they say here is that left with 4/7 of the plums bought, meaning this whole thing must be 7 units, right? 7 units, and this is left 4 units. 4/7 of the plums bought. That means all the plums bought is 7 units. 4 units is left, which is this 4 units. Okay, so this must be how many units? This must be 2 units, right? So 2 units is equal to 152. 1 unit is equal to 152 divided by 2. You get 76. How many plums were packed into boxes? Take note, only these are packed in boxes. These are packed. The left are packed. This 152 is sold. This is 152. This is sold. 152 is rotten, thrown away. So only 4 units is packed. So 76 multiplied by 4 will be the answer. 304. 304 plums were packed into boxes. What was the least number of boxes used by the fruit seller? Okay, this is a little bit tricky, huh? So altogether, you have 304 plums, right? And the least number of boxes, meaning you must try as much as possible, pack them in large boxes, which can contain 12 plums. So I'm going to divide by 12. I'll get 25, remainder 4. Now, this 4 cannot go into a box of 8. You need 8, right? Because it says here, all the boxes were full and there were no leftover. So you cannot have a 4 in a 8 in a small box, because a small box must contain 8. So now the next step we do is we do a sort of guess check. Number of boxes and leftover. So if we will pack them into 25 boxes, there'll be 4 leftover, correct? Let's reduce 1 box. We pack that in 24 large boxes, number of large boxes. Then how many leftover? Very easy, you just calculate 24 multiply by 12. Actually, the other way around is you just move one large box, just move over plus 12. We don't do this. You get 16 leftover. Okay, that's good. 16 leftover can be packed into 2 small boxes, because 1 small box is 8, right? So altogether, to pack 304 plums, you need 24 large and 2 small. So altogether, 24 plus 2, 26 boxes. So answer is 26 boxes. Any question? Any question? This is tricky. Let's go look at question 14. Question 14 is a lot of words. It's just confusing you. But the question is not difficult. No? It's just a lot of words. 14a. A fun fair was decorated with red and white balloons. At first, there were 19 more white balloons than red balloons. 25% of the white balloons burst. More red balloons were added so that there were 26 more red balloons than white balloons. In the end, there were a total of 170 red and white balloons. Okay, this statement is what happened in the end, correct? More red balloons were added so that there were 26 more red balloons than white balloons. So that's what happened in the end. And also in the end, there's a total of 170 red and white balloons. This is a typical comparison model. How many red balloons were there in the end? Okay, so red to white. In the end, there were 26 more red. Someone draw 26 more red and white. And altogether, the 170 red and white. So this is a typical comparison model. I shall do the comparison model steps. Take away the extra, 144. And remaining divided by 2. Get 12. Or I get 72. So this is 72 and this is 72. Question is how many red in the end? Red in the end will be 72 plus 26. 98. So this is part A. Easy. It's just a lot of words, and then they put this information at the end of the paragraph. And that makes it a little bit more confusing, because you wouldn't expect part A information is at the back of the paragraph. So sometimes question can be so tricky. Part B. The part B information is in the first part of the paragraph. At first, there was 19 more white than red. So remember, I tell you, whenever there's a difference, always draw a model. So red, and that's white. Okay, 25% is 1/4. Okay, 25% of the white burst. So white minus away 1/4, meaning 4 bursts 1/4, left 3/4. You added more red. I don't know how many, put a question mark. In the end, this is what happened, red and white. Red will be 98, white is 72. Okay. Is that common base? No. Only one ratio, no common base. But we can see that, looking at this, we can see 3 units is equal to 72. Correct? So 3 units, 72, 1 unit is 72 divided by 3, you get 24. Now, what is this? White at first will be 24 times 4, 96. So this white at first, 96, which is this. So if I use 96 minus 19, I get 77, which is the rate at first. The question is, what was the percentage increase in rate? So rate at first is 77. At first is 77. At the end, it is 98. So what's the percentage increase? It increased by 98 minus 77. It increased by 21 balloons. Percentage increase, take note, one decimal place. Percentage increase will be the increase over what it was at first. What it was at first is 77. Take note, at first it's not 98, 98 is the end. Multiply by 100%. And the answer is 27.2727%. They want it to be one decimal place, 27.3%. So that's answer. Any question? Okay, let's continue with question number 15. A metal box filled completely with 30 identical bolts weigh 1.18 kilogram. The same metal box, when filled completely with 70 identical nuts, weigh 1.54 kilogram. The ratio of the mass of a bolt to that of the nut is 5:3. So ratio, so let's record down the mass of a bolt to a nut is 5:3. This is your red pen. How many nuts have the same total mass as 3 bolts? So very simple. This is to make it the same, right? I need 3 bolts to be the same mass as 5 nuts, because 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. So number of nuts to have the same mass as 3 bolts. How many nuts will have the same total mass as 3 bolts? So 3 bolts gives you a mass of 5 times, sorry, let me use this. 3 times 5 units, 15 units. Okay. Each nut has a mass of 3 units, right? So 15U divided by 3U, it is 5. So therefore, 5 nuts has the same mass as 3 bolts. So answer is 5 nuts. That's part A. So this is how you calculate and how you show a number statement. I know some of you straight away can say 5 because you can see, but you still need to show the number statement. No? If you just simply write 5, you may not get your method mark. This is how you show your method mark. All right. At least write something. At least write something. If for some reason you cannot do this, right, you just write 5 times 3, 15, 3 times 5, 15. So it's 5 nuts. If you have, if your thought process is like that, write it down. Write it down. Okay. Don't just give answer without methods shown. Okay, let's look at part B. What is the mass of a metal box? So inside the box, so the first box is filled with 30 bolts. So box plus 30 bolts gives you 1.18 kilograms, right? And you have another one that is box plus 70 nuts gives you 1.54. So the question is asking you to find the mass of a box. Now we know from the first question, first part A, that 3 bolts has the mass of 5 nuts, right? So 30 bolts will have the mass of 50 nuts. So I'm going to replace these 30 bolts with 50 nuts. Got it? Now I can use this statement minus this statement. On the left side, I will get 20 nuts, 17 minus 50. On the right side, I get 154 minus 1.18. I get 0.36. So the mass of one nut will be 0.36 divided by 20. 0.018 grams or kilograms, 0.018 kilograms. Now the mass of a box, very easy. I can use 1.18, subtract away the mass of 30 bolts. Oh, sorry, 1.18 minus the mass of 50 nuts. See that? I can use 1.18 minus away the mass of 50 nuts. So mass of 50 nuts will be 50 times 0.018. I get 0.9. Now the box will be 1.18 minus 0.9. Answer will be 0.28. 0.28 kilograms. All right. So that's answer for question 15. Any question? Okay, let's continue with question number 16. The figure is formed by 3 identical small quarters. So this is the identical one. These, and these. Then this is the identical big quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Find the radius of the small quarter circle. Okay, so now if you look at the diagram, right, this is also 57, right? Correct? So the top, the top is actually made up of one big quarter radius plus two small quarter radius plus 6 centimeter, correct? And that equals to 57. Okay, one big quarter plus two small quarter radius plus 6 centimeter. That will give you 57. So let me rearrange. 57 minus 6, it will get 51. Okay. Now the bottom is two big quarter circle plus one small quarter circle gives you 57. All right. So the question is they want to find out, the small circle radius. The radius of small circle, which is one. Okay. So if I want to find that small circle, I shall make the big circle the same. So I can subtract them and remove the big circle. So easy, I just multiply this by 2. I will get 2 big plus 4 small. 51 times 2 is 102. Right? Now I can subtract. So I'm using subtract this. On the left side, I'll be left with 3 small quarter radius. And the right side, I'll get 102 minus 57, 45. So one small quarter radius will be 45 divided by 3, 15. So that's answer for part A, 15 cm. Now let's do part B. Part B is a bit tedious. Okay. Find the parameter of the shaded figure. So let me show you the parameter of the shaded figure. So it consists of this, and this. Correct? This tree is 3/4 of a circumference of a big circle. With diameter, no, we have to find diameter first. Okay, let's find a diameter. Of the big circle, we have the small one. Let's find the big one. This is a radius of small diameter, right? Let's find the big one. So we can use 57, take away this, and then divide by 2, correct? If I use 57, take away the radius of a small quarter circle's radius, I divide by 2, I get the radius of one big quarter circle. So let's do it. B, the radius of a big quarter circle is equal to 57 minus away the small radius, 15, and then divided by 2. I will get 21. So this is 21. Now I got the radius of the small, of the large quarter circle. I can find the circumference of the related circle. Now, let's do it now. So this is the 3/4 circumference of the big circles that we're trying to find out. Okay, so it's 3/4 multiplied by pi times radius. Pi times diameter. So sorry, diameter will be 21 times 2. 21 plus 21. That will give me 98.91. Okay. Now let's find out what is the This one. This plus this plus this, okay? There'll be 3/4 multiplied by pi, 3.14, multiplied by the diameter of that, which is radius of two small circles. We found here 15. So it's 15 plus 15. I'll get 70.65. And so the circumference or the parameter of the shaded figure will be 98.91 plus 70.65 plus the radius of this, and this 3 of it, 3 times the small radius. 3 times small radius is, each radius is 15 plus the long radius of the large circle, 1, 2, 3. 3 times large one is 21 plus, don't forget this 16, but this 6. You will get 283.56. 283.56 cm. Very tedious. If you do it step by step, you'll get it, okay? Be very careful with a clear mind. Let's look at the last question. Raju used white and gray squares to form the following patterns as shown below. The table below shows the number of white and gray squares in each figure. Fill the table for figure 5. So what I will do is, I can't see any pattern from here, right? By default, I'm supposed to minus, right? This is 3 and this 3. So there's a pattern here. So this has to be 3 plus 3. This has to be 13, right? But this is a bit strange, 0026. No way I can figure out what this value is. So what I will do is I will draw. So make effort, just draw it. No harm, right? 1. Just draw it. White. You added how many? You added 6. So it's 12. 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay, so done. So just draw it. If you couldn't figure out what is the pattern, the number pattern, just draw it. Okay. Now, if I look at this, right, if I sum it up, number of squares altogether, this is 1, this is 4, 2 plus 7 is 9, 10 plus 6 is 16, 12 plus 13 is 25. So these are square numbers. Right, these are square numbers. That's a good discovery. If you can see it, that's very good square numbers. So the pattern number multiplied by itself, you get a total number of squares. So total number of squares for figure 40 will be 40 times 40, 1600. How many more white squares than gray squares are used in figure 40? Okay, we can find number of gray squares in figure 40 because the gray squares are in a common difference pattern, right? The intervals is +3. So let's see how many intervals are there from figure 1 to figure 40. 40 minus 1, there are 39 intervals. And each interval is +3, right? So 39 times 3. There's additional 117 gray square added to figure 1. So altogether, in figure 40, there'll be 170 plus 1. This 1 is the number of gray square in figure 1. This one, So 118. So there are 118 gray squares in figure 40. Number of white squares in figure 40 will be total number of squares minus the white squares. You get 1482. This is, so one is the gray squares. So this will be the white squares. Total number of squares minus the gray squares, you get the white squares. So the question is, how many more white than gray? So 1482 white minus 118 gray, that will be the difference, 1364. Answer is 1364. Any question? If not, that's it for today. All the best to your PSLE, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.